And that's my point. Jarrett, he seems like he's a lower mid-level card guy more than anything.
Oh yeah.
He has a couple things going for him, but that's it. And one of the things that kind of drove me insane, both with this match and Jarrett in general, it seemed like he tried to pretend so much to be like a blend of like a country version of a rock star, if you will.
Now to go ahead.
His big like overness was hitting people over the head with a guitar, calling it El Kabong, using the term slap nuts, and
slap nuts I thought was pretty cool.
I mean, that's funny and whatnot, but doing the strut like he's Ric Flair and whatnot.
That got annoying.
It very much got annoying. And what I will say about this match, the two people that definitely put in the work on this match were Owen Hart and D'Lo Brown. They were the highlight of this match.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Jarrett was in the ring, and Mark Henry, I think this is before Mark Henry peaked in his ring. I think the Hall of Pain version was probably the best version of Mark Henry. I did enjoy the character work as Sexual Chocolate, but this is early on. And, you know, this match just highlights it. And again, I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but Jarrett's finisher of the stroke, which he did not use in this match, but in general, his finisher of the stroke has got to be one of the stupidest finishers I've ever seen. It's not believable.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it hurts, and it looks like someone can stop it. It's basically a reverse Russian leg sweep. That's all it really is.
He was part of the downfall of WCW. He was the one that, I'm not saying he was the reason, but to have him being, I mean, even back then, this time period, I just I wasn't a fan. They put too much into it. I mean, once again, his in-ring was not bad. I thought he had pretty decent in-ring. But, you know, as far as being the big, on the higher side of the card, just being a main eventer. I mean, I know he would main event here, but even here, you know, it just wasn't really showing as much as I wanted. But, just wasn't a big fan.
No. And the variations of the stroke that are kind of used is kind of like the flatliner and the mic check. They're very similar, but going the opposite direction. Those look like they actually hurt, and those look like it would be a problem. But Jarrett's were nothing.
Now, I might sound biased, but I thought it was pretty cool at the time when he was being a country music star in the ring, you know. But I know I sound a little biased being a singer myself, but hey, I thought
it's not a dig at him trying to pursue that. It's just and it's not a dig at the character work, but it's a dig at the performer himself.
Oh, I get no, that's what, yeah, I know. I wasn't comparing those two. I just more or less thinking. I was thinking out loud.
No, I got you, and I can understand the perspective there. You usually have people trying to pretend to be rock stars, and this time you get someone pretending to be a country star. I got you.
And it actually made sense too, being he's from Hendersonville, so that's just outside Nashville. But
yeah, you are gonna have to provide context. I didn't know what that meant.
What?
You say he's outside of Hendersonville. Okay.
No, he's from that town, but it's outside Nashville.
Right. If you told me without saying it's outside of Nashville, and you said Hendersonville.
Oh yeah, I know.
I would be dumbfounded where you're talking about. But after shenanigans, Owen hits the guitar on Henry's legs while he's lifting up Jarrett. Jarrett puts him in the figure four, and Henry taps. This again, I even made a note of this. The positives were D'Lo and Owen. The negatives were Jarrett and Mark Henry. Well, negatives are Jarrett, but I met Mark Henry as well. It's a 5.10 for me. It would be a 2 out of 10 if it weren't for Owen and D'Lo.
Oh, they said 5.10. I'm like, how do you get a 5?
I meant 5 out of 10.
Yeah. I get a 5.5.
Yeah, and like I said, I made a note that it would have been a 2 out of 10 if it weren't for Owen and D'Lo.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
That was not a great match.
No, I wouldn't.
The next one ended up being Shamrock versus Val Venus with Billy Gunn as the referee and Ryan Shamrock on the outside. This was an interesting match.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting setup. I do think it's weird that Ken Shamrock's girlfriend at the time was playing his sister on TV. That was weird. And it kind of speaks to jokes I made about Vince McMahon early on. Val Venus' character kind of was funny because it's complete opposite of what the guy is like. And if you don't know what the guy's like, oh boy, turn on Twitter and Facebook and you'll see what Sean Morley's really like.
Oh, wait. Let me stop you right there. For one, I just now found out that that's actually Ken Shamrock's real life was real life girlfriend. I didn't even know that until now. Actually, that's interesting to even know that. Honestly,
I wonder if they're married. I don't know if they're married or not.
No. Well, the only I knew later on, years ago now. I don't know if they're still together or not, but X-Pac was with Ryan Shamrock in real life. I had, like I said, I didn't even know Ken Shamrock was even was his real life girlfriend.
Yeah, it was, and again,
a little bit odd.
Weird. Yeah,
that is a little bit odd. Yeah, but at store like
it's like that scene in Joder. I'm your sister. I'm your sister.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, there was shenanigans with Ryan Shamrock on the outside. After a shoving match, Gunn ended up counting the pin quick for Val Venus, and basically making it to where Val Venus wins.
This is like a wrestling version of The Bachelor, I think. I don't even know that show.
Oh yeah, this is the ultra drama side. This is more.
It's like she knows he's a man whore, but of course she looks like a whore too. With it's just weird. I didn't like I wasn't a big fan of that whole storyline.
I think isn't this shortly after Val Venus' character gets introduced, like very very early into it.
A little early, not.
Yeah, I think
not too much, but a little bit.
I think this was just to build up his character more than knowing that for certain.
So now you mentioned Sean Morley in real life. Now, I don't know what's he like in. I don't know what's Sean Morley like.
What would you think of is the opposite of a porn star?
Opposite of a porn star. Working at a gas station? I don't
know. No. Like personality type.
Non-sexual.
Non-sexual, very conservative. He's very conservative like that. He people have talked about this before. They thought it's funny that Sean Morley got that character because it was complete opposite of the human.
Huh. Okay, I didn't even. I didn't know. He was a mature person.
Yeah, from what I gather, he's more on the religious side. He believes in like a very conservative beliefs. I'm trying to think of what else it is. The only thing that I would consider non-conservative is he's very pro weed being legal everywhere. But beyond that, he would be an Andy Griffith fan, if you will.
Oh, so he's like me.
I wouldn't say necessarily like that. I just mean like he likes the old school way of doing things and conservative in that nature. It's just funny to think that he portrayed a character that was basically a sex hound and a porn star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does sound a lot like me.
I personally would be a porn star, but that's just
that's a job. I don't know what to say about that.
It was a joke, nonetheless. But
I got you.
Making
a paycheck, sleeping with a bunch of people in front of a camera.
Yeah, I can't find the negative either.
Well, in front of the camera, I would say that's a negative. I can't do it in front of a camera. But
I couldn't tell you. Never tried it, so I have
never. Not one of my and it was not in my future goals in my high school yearbook either.
Oh, it was in mine.
Oh, because in yours, okay.
Actually, I don't know if that was in mine. There's
It
an
didn't turn out
ongoing
that
joke
way.
with friends. There was an ongoing joke between my old friends in high school about that.
Okay.
But Val Venus wins, and what did you rate this one?
I rated it actually, I lost the rating now. I remember how I felt about it. I gave it a 5.5.
I was just about to say I gave it a 5.5. I want to see where you came from. Okay, so you and I were kind of equal on this one.
Yeah.
That's really all that we had. We said everything we could about it. So do you know why Billy Gunn was the special guest referee? Because I don't.
Oh, because I guess the nature of them two going nose to nose and having personal problems and fighting all the time. Earl Hebner, the storyline was Earl Hebner did not want to be part of that match, and he didn't want his referees part of that match. So Billy Gunn said he had nothing else to do, so he would go ahead and do it. That's the storyline. That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay, because I didn't know that.
I mean, personally, me, if I was Billy Gunn, I would do the same thing as you get to be near hot chick Ryan Shamrock, but that's just me. You know, she's portraying a whore in that. You know, what's saying.
Can't hate on him. Now the next match ended up being the Corporation of China and Kane against Triple H and X-Pac. Now I actually did find out what happened surrounding this and trying to go on corporate and whatnot, and then eventually Triple H even turns on X-Pac and goes corporate himself, which honestly projected him to be the insane heel character that everyone knows him as, pretty much to this day. They kind of worked around the fact that China being a woman, not really trying to get hits on her, things like that, kind of telling the story that way.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Shane was on commentary, and Shane, I got annoyed with Shane really early on, being the ultra loud, rambunctious character, which I know that's what he was meant to do. I completely understand that. It was just one of those. It's like WWE, could you not?
I thought it was all right. I mean, I wasn't perfect, but I thought it was all right. Honestly, I liked Shane when he first came in. Not when he first came in. He was. I thought he was a good commentator. Honestly, I don't know if you remember. You didn't really watch WWF back then.
No. I'm not ripping on Shane's commentary in general.
I was just gonna say. I mean, the character then was not the original character. He was just the average commentator. That's what I mean by it. He was never that what we saw there was not when he was on the commentating booth when he first came in. I thought he did a pretty good job, honestly. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I don't. I wasn't there for it. I was just speaking on.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying in general. I know that was a character and so forth. I'm just saying. I see. There's people I've talked to in the past, and that not that this match, but that gets once in a while it has been brought up. And when he first came in, he was pretty decent commentator. He's on Heat at the time. I remember the night that Vince McMahon brought him in, saying that that's their father and son. Hey, he's gonna be in the commentating booth. And he did a pretty good job. I mean, he had been in doing different things. He was in a referee at one point years ago. But before he came in as being, revealing that he was Vince's son. But anyways, I just thought I'd throw that one out there. But I thought he did pretty good. Being in characters match. I mean, I got under people's skin too. That was good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just mean in this match, he just drove me insane.
That was the point.
Yeah, I knew that was the point. That's why, I get it. I got tired of it real early on. In any case, Shane lures X-Pac to the back. Triple H was going for the pedigree on China. Kane chokeslams Triple H and drapes China over Triple H for the win.
Mm-hmm.